Powerful, sleek, affordable. These are the words I'd use to describe this glorious machine that released back in 2023, and its name is the ASUS ROG Ally. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Tech 2, and this is 1 hour later, the series where we go over our first impressions on various bits of tech that we're able to get our hands on here at Tech 2. And as always, a like would be extremely appreciated if you do enjoy this video and or learn anything new. And without wasting any more time, this is the ROG Ally 1 hour later. So what is the ASUS ROG Ally? This is a gaming computer in the palm of your hands. As you can see, it is extremely small for what it is able to push out, and it's designed to compete with the likes of the Valve Steam Deck and the Lenovo Legion Go and other devices of that similar nature, and it truly does stand out for its cutting edge technology, versatile gaming ecosystem and sleek aesthetics. After a short time, it was already clear to me how much of a game changer this machine truly was, being able to deliver high-end gaming experiences on such a small device while being fairly affordable, especially right now with its Black Friday price point of £400, which is one of the main reasons I decided to pick one up right now. It was always something I'd considered to pick up, and of course its competitors were also on my mind, but given the price point of what this specific model allows me to do, it was an absolute no-brainer for me to go and pick one up. So if you are watching this video as of November 2024, the Black Friday sale is live, and I'm fairly sure this is a worldwide thing, as the ASUS website also has the same price point. So definitely, if you are considering to pick one up, now is the time to do so. And just back to the device itself, it truly does redefine what it means to be a portable handheld. But as with all things, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and we'll get onto that shortly. So we have the package itself. Upon opening the box, you're greeted straight away with the console itself in all its glory, wrapped up in a nice plastic to help keep it clean before you use it, and also well tucked into the box to avoid it being damaged. It comes with some user guides and the AC adapter, plug and wire, as you would expect, and that's it. It's a fairly simple package, but it has so much to offer in the handheld itself. I am holding it upside down. In the handheld itself. So we have its design and build. One of the first things that stood out to me about the Ally is its premium feel and design. It comes with the Xbox layout of buttons, where you have the analog stick in the top left with the D-pad underneath it, and then a lower analog stick on the right side and the buttons above that. It is the design that I prefer to use, as I did grow up on an Xbox, but I am a fan of the PlayStation controller as well. This is definitely something that comes down to user preference and what you prefer from a controller, but for me personally, I'm a massive fan of the Xbox layout, so this is perfect. And the console itself feels solid in the hands, and I think the chassis itself does a great job in striking that good balance between durability and comfortability, and it's surprisingly durable given the light material that encases the hardware, and it comes with an ergonomic grip, ensuring that your extended gaming sessions are a joy opposed to a strain. As you'd expect with a gaming machine, it comes with some signature ASUS RGB lighting, giving it that gamer aesthetic but still maintaining a fairly professional finish. It's sturdy, sweet to look at, and travel friendly in its design. What more could you ask for? And then you have the display, which is arguably one of its most compelling features, offering that 7-inch full HD touchscreen display with a 120Hz refresh rate, which is absolutely ridiculous given the form factor of this device. And as you can see, it is currently running Halo 3, which runs at a very, very smooth 60 frames per second, and it's absolutely a joy to play with. The visuals are vibrant and fluid, and this is clear right off the bat with this device. And with the few games I've tested so far, those being The Witcher 3 and Halo 3 from the Master Chief Collection, this is extremely evident. The high refresh rate helps keep the gameplay buttery smooth, while the sharp resolution brings the environments in these games to life, and the display in general is just a truly phenomenal piece of work by ASUS. The color accuracy and brightness levels are phenomenal as well, making it an absolute joy to use in and outdoors, which is a massive plus for those wanting it to travel, as regardless of where you are, the screen will perform. And then we have the touchscreen, which I feel like is a feature that is hard to dislike on any device that includes it, and I feel like here is no different, especially given we're working with Windows 11, so being able to just tap on things and be able to drag things around with just the finger is very useful. And of course I am missing where I'm tapping given I'm looking at the screen backwards, but in general this touchscreen capability truly does help massively with navigating the various menus, and of course the Windows 11 interface, which some may say is a big drawback, but if you're familiar with the basics of setting up a new computer, it's fairly straightforward with setting up the ASUS ROG Ally. And of course if you do need any help, there are a ton of guides online to point you in the right direction, or even just one-to-one guide you through its setup. And then we move on to the performance. So under the hood, the Ally is rocking a Ryzen Z1 series processor, which provides desktop level performance in a handheld form factor, and the device handles demanding AAA titles effortlessly, which is a true testament to its powerful internals. In our testing, the console showcased impressive load times and it maintained excellent frame rates, but do keep in mind that is only when it's used at its high wattage setting, but I'm sure you can play around with settings, and on the right titles you could easily get away with high performance on a lower wattage setting. If you are wanting to boost the performance even more, you can pair it with ASUS's XSG mobile external GPU, which allows you to connect it to a desktop grade GPU, transforming it into a fully fledged gaming PC. But this is some versatility that is unknown to us at Tech2 at the current time, as unfortunately it's something we've not had the pleasure in testing, but maybe at some point in the future we will make a video on it. But for now, I'm sure there are many videos out there going over this aspect of the ROG Ally. And then we move on to the software on the device itself, and this is truly the gaming console equivalent of the Swiss Army knife. It's running Windows 11, which isn't actually that bad of a drawback, as it allows the Ally to have the flexibility to access a broad range of gaming platforms effortlessly, including Steam, Xbox Game Pass, Epic's Game Store, and much more, which is something that is a bit more difficult to get running properly on something like the Steam Deck, for example, as that is running on Linux, which of course will come with its own set of Linux related potential issues, but it's definitely something to take into account when considering a handheld gaming PC. And this cross-platform compatibility that the ROG Ally allows does truly ensure that you'll be able to play your favourite games regardless of what ecosystem you plan to play on or currently own games on. You will easily be able to access them on the ROG Ally, and with the power that I mentioned previously, it's definitely going to be capable of running it to some degree, and that's probably going to be a fairly high degree given the form factor. And then we have the ROG Armory crate, which is absolutely phenomenal, and this piece of software comes with the Ally and it acts as a centralized hub for game management and performance tuning. The software's intuitive interface and customization options make it easy to optimize performance for various games on the Ally, ensuring a tailored gaming experience every time you play. But of course, with all these benefits, there are a few drawbacks, as with everything in life, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and that is the case with the ROG Ally, where while it excels in a lot of areas as I just covered, the battery life is one of its biggest downfalls. Depending on the game that you're playing and of course the settings, it can last anywhere from 45 minutes to 4 hours, and of course this is respectable given it's a handheld, but it's definitely not groundbreaking when it's existing in the same space as devices like the Nintendo Switch. If you are running a AAA title like Monster Hunter World or The Witcher 3, you're probably going to be pushing around an hour depending on what settings you have on, but this of course is running on the battery mode and not while it's plugged in. So do bear this in mind. If you are going to be someone who's not plugging in the ROG Ally that often, it might not be the device for you given the amount of hours you'll be able to get out of it on a single charge. And if you're like me, you're probably going to be plugged in on the train or on the sofa when playing, so it's not too much of an issue, but it's definitely something to not overlook when considering to pick up this device, especially if you were assuming it would run like the Nintendo Switch with a fairly consistent amount of hours of gaming battery. But unfortunately this is not the case with the ASUS ROG Ally, but it does have a fairly good value for its money if you are plugging in the device, or if you're just looking for those short bursts of gaming and then you know you'll be plugging it in the next time you're playing it. Then I suppose it's not too much of an issue, but of course do keep this in mind. But if you do have a lot of concerns about this, feel free to drop a message in the comment section down below and we'll respond to you as fast as we can to try help you make your decision. And then one other little downside that I feel like is only a minor one compared to the battery life is the temperatures. As you could expect, it is a gaming PC, which in themselves do get quite hot in their massive PC towers, so you can only expect a gaming handheld of that same power, or at least pushing that threshold of that power to do the same thing and heat up. The fan capability in the ASUS ROG Ally, it's decent, but it's not amazing. If you are running a fairly demanding game on the max wattage, do expect it to get quite hot, but it's not going to get hot around the places you touch. It will just be around, of course, where you'd expect, the fan vents. So do keep this in mind. There were a bunch of reviews that I saw before getting the console that said it gets extremely hot, but that's if you play it for a long time on a demanding game on the high wattage setting and touch the vents where all the hot heat is trying to escape the machine. Then you're kind of asking to get a slight little burn. It's not going to, of course, leave a mark, but you will feel the heat, so do keep this in mind. And that truly is the device encapsulated to the best of my ability. The ROG Ally truly does leave a lasting first impression, showcasing ASUS's commitment to pushing the boundaries of handheld gaming. It blends the powerful hardware, gorgeous display, and versatile software ecosystem, making it a compelling choice for gamers seeking a premium portable gaming solution. While there are minor areas of improvement, such as the battery life and the temperatures, these pale in comparison to the device's overall strengths, trumping even the Steam Deck in many areas, which tends to be the standard to go to in this console category. This truly does set the bar for gaming handhelds, and if you are looking for a reliable handheld that tops even this, there is the ROG Ally X, which takes the ROG Ally and makes it even more of a monster than it already is, with double the RAM, double the battery life, and better fan internals, keeping the temps even lower while maintaining performance, and in some cases the performance is even better, but that is a video for another day. And with that said, guys, that does bring us to the end of this video. If you do have any thoughts or comments and questions about the ROG Ally, definitely drop them in the comment section down below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can, so we can help you in making that decision and whether or not you should pick this up for yourself or a loved one for Christmas even, and hopefully we can help you make that decision. Of course, if you did enjoy the video or learn anything new, be sure to drop a like on the video. It does help at the channel a ton and is extremely appreciated, and subscribe for a lot more tech content. Don't forget to join our Discord, link is at the top of the description. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Ams from Tech2, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.